Of course I want you to be happy. I want that more than anyone in the world. Except Mama Josephine and Pop Richard Curry, but I like to think I was third. You forget, I was always there, okay? Through the relationships that didn't work out, through the broken hearts and the tears of frustration.
What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social medias, Twitter and Instagram at A Connection TV. And actually, this is going on West the Critic, so I'll say all of that and put West the Critic in there, right? Follow me on West the Critic and A Connection TV. All of my movie reviews are on West the Critic, but I'm putting this particular video on both my channels just so it can be seen a little bit more. Anyways, I want to talk about The Flash. Is it good? Is it bad? What I normally do is I talk about the actors, then I talk about the script, then I give it my rating, and then I go into spoiler territory and talk about the movie a little bit. So once you hear my rating, if you haven't seen the movie already and you want to see it, I don't know why, don't listen to the review part of this. But anyways, let's get into it. The actors: Ezra Miller, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, Sasha Calle, Kiersey Clemens, Michael Shannon, whoever, I guess, right? It was all right. Their acting was okay. Ezra Miller is the best actor in here, and that's not really saying so much because his best role is the cheeky teenager. But then again, that's the most obnoxious role, and it gets annoying because that laugh, it gets annoying after a while. But Ezra Miller did what he was supposed to do, I guess. Ben Affleck's Batman was the best because he had the best action scene in the entire film, and that was at the beginning of the film. So you have to watch an hour and 50 minutes of this, you know, special effects disaster, and it is what it is. But Ben Affleck's Batman had the best action sequence, and then Michael Keaton's Batman had the second best action sequence, period. The writing of the film is all over the place. It's all over the place. I don't know what else to say about it. It's all over the place. Let me say this, just so y'all have an understanding of the type of superhero films that I like, because I'm not just a reviewer that, you know, appreciates, you know, superhero films. I love all films, right? But my number one favorite of all time superhero film is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, period. Undoubtedly, that is a 10 out of 10. And then second runner-up is Captain America and the Winter Soldier, right? So that's the quality of films that I like and appreciate. And I love the MCU, and I tolerate the DC because for whatever reason, after umpteen years, they still can't get it to flip together. And I really don't think that the new guy is going to get it together. I don't even want to say his name. Anyways, the writing is abysmal. I would give this film a 1 out of 10, or a rating out of 10, a 6. The film gets a 6, okay? Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 67. That's still considered fresh, but it's 7 points away from being rotten, all right? IMDb gives it a 7.4. Don't know why, okay? This movie is not all that great. And the reason why this movie is not all that great to me is because this movie has been in holding for what it seems like a decade. And so for me, I feel like you would have all this time to finalize the special effects and get it right, that when this movie releases, it is phenomenally well done. Even if the script is abysmal, the special effects can be top notch. But the opening sequence of Batman, which was phenomenal. For me, this was the best iteration of a Batman action sequence I've seen. Because to be honest, he was actually kicking butt in this film. And I know a lot of individuals that love superhero films love The Dark Knight and all of this and the Batman. No, all those films are trash in my opinion. I'm a fan of Justice League Unlimited. That Batman kills. And you know, this particular iteration of Ben Affleck at the beginning of Flash, and the Flashpoint, slayed down. When he was grappling Hook on the car and he was getting, all of that was great. I thought that was entertaining. Then we get to the Flash having to save this it's raining babies out of this building. The special effects looked horrible. Now, of course, I wouldn't expect them to use real babies, but you can clearly tell that these were not real babies. And that just took me out of the film. It took me completely out of the film. They did a ton of motion capture. They did a ton of face implantation on the screen. Even in the scene with Batman when he was riding the motorcycle, that was not his face. I was like, what the heck is this? Like all the money that's put up for this film, and this is what y'all give us after we waited 17,000 years for this film? This is what y'all give us? We have James Gunn, I mentioned his name. We have James Gunn, the new head of DC, coming from Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a beautifully made film. And I don't even care for Guardians of the Galaxy like that. But the special effects in that film were gorgeous. And then he was in the office for like at least 9 to 10 months before this film released. So he couldn't fix the special effects. You gotta pay Tom Cruise to tell us that this movie is great. Hell, Mission Impossible is gonna have phenomenal special effects. That motorcycle riding off the cliff is a phenomenal special effect. That wasn't real. I mean, he did go off the cliff, but he rode on a ramp. You wouldn't have known that though, because the special effects make it seem like he's riding on a cliff, off the cliff. But he's not. He's riding off a ramp off the cliff. I just got finished watching Extraction 2. Phenomenal film, a 10 out of 10. I can't watch trash like The Flash and care. When I know that I just watched Extraction and the things that they just did in Extraction, they could have done in Flash. Well, not really, because I mean, hyperspeed and flight and all that, I get it, but I just feel like Joe Russo would have made it look better. Because it wasn't until the Russo brothers took over the MCU that the MCU became something. Hello, Captain America, Winter Soldier, period. They need to get the Russo brothers back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, to be honest. But I think the Russos want too much money. And I think the Russos know that they changed the trajectory of MCU, and Kevin Feige don't want to deal with them no more. That's how I feel about it. Anyways, is there anything to really say about this movie? No, there really isn't. The best part of this film, the top 3 moments of this film, when Gal Gadot came into the film, okay, spoiler alert, when Gal Gadot came in, Ben Affleck was there, and Barry Allen was there, Ezra Miller was there, the 3 of them, that was dope. That was a good moment. Batman's fighting sequence in the beginning of the film was a great moment. And Ezra Miller's ass is sickening. That person has, I think their pronouns are them, they, and their. Ezra Miller got a bomb ass booty, okay? And it was on screen way longer than Chris Hemsworth's booty was on Thor. So I was just like loving Thunder. I was just like, oh my God, how many times they're gonna show his butt? They showing his butt again. They're showing his butt. Oh, they're showing his butt. Oh, okay. They're showing his butt again. Whoever was the director, let's see. Andrés Muschietti. Yeah, he was enjoying the view, watching Ezra Miller's butt. Okay? The movie's trash, and DC just can't get it together. The best DC film to date is the first Wonder Woman. Second after that is Aquaman. And the rest of them are trash. They cannot get DC together. And James Gunn is going to make it a Guardians Galaxy effing fest. Anyways, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. But The Flash is trash. I give it a 6 out of 10. It was a waste. It was a waste. After watching Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which dealt with multiversal bullcrap, and then I get this from DC that tries to deal with multiversal bullcrap, trash. Trash! And so now, James Gunn's excuse for using different people is because Flash changed the trajectory of the current state of the DC, I guess. Right? Trash. Anyways, let me know how you felt about this film. Leave your comments below if you loved it, I guess. But DC has yet to make something that's phenomenal. To be honest, I did like Shazam. Their special effects were phenomenal. And I liked Black Adam. Their special effects were phenomenal compared to freaking Flash. The Flash. DC needs to get it all the way together. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. Deuces.